Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-February 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Welcome, fellow Geminis. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you the meaning of the tarot cards as well as any intuitive messages that I receive. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on. Also, it's totally fine if you find this video a few days before the middle of the month, a few days after the middle of the month. You'll find it when you need it, Gemini. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. That helps me greatly, and you'll also be notified when I post videos in the future, so it's a win-win situation for us both. Typically post a couple Gemini videos a month. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's coming to a close, wrapping up, so things that have happened in the last few weeks for you. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's going on through the end of February. Column 3, we're going to take a look at money. Column 4 will be love. And in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides, so something to carry into February. Also, we're going to do 3 yes or no questions, a healing crystal, and a healing note for you. With that being said, let's pull a summary card. We have the card motion. So likely things have been moving, shifting, moving forward for you, Gemini. Things are in motion, which is good. Let's see what kind of messages come up here. The first card we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient and very honest. Self-sufficiency is a good thing, whether you're in a relationship, single, have a great family, don't have family. It's just a good thing to be independent, even if you do have that support in your life. So just want to acknowledge that for you, Gemini. Also, on the point of honesty, I feel like there could have been like a disagreement or something that came up recently where you were very honest. You could have been telling somebody how you were feeling, or somebody could have been telling you how they were feeling. The next card we have is the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is a card of loss, regret, grieving. You could be feeling just kind of down. This person's dressed in all black, their head's hanging low, the cups are spilled, and they're almost like sad about the cups being spilled. So likely there is something that's happened in the last few weeks, Gemini, that is bothering you, that you had some lower feelings in regards to. And then at the bottom we have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining your boundaries. If you look at this card, it's not like this person built a wall around themselves. They built more of a fence, and that fence is filtering in things that they want and keeping out things they don't want. That could have came through like that argument or disagreement that you might have felt. But in general, you're just kind of keeping your boundaries up. I feel like you're protecting your energy, Gemini, which is always a good thing. So let's clarify this column and see if there's any other information I can give you here. The first card we have is the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Some of your energies could have been very low recently. So you see this person laying in bed and literally is just taking a breath, taking a break, getting that energy back up, and it's on top of that Queen of Swords. This could be, again, the Queen of Swords is a card of being honest. This could be being totally honest with yourself about what you need. Things are in motion, so likely you had a lot going on as well. So make sure you take that time to rest and recover. The next card that we have is the 6 of Swords. This is a card of necessary transition. You see people are in the boat, their backs are facing us, their heads are kind of hanging low, and all the swords are stuck into the boat. But the nice thing about the 6 of Swords is the boat is moving forward. It means that you're on a path, you're moving in the direction you need to go. Whatever this thing is that you're upset that happened, Gemini, was exactly the way it was supposed to happen. And it's taking you to this better place. It's putting you on this path forward. So I acknowledge that there are some low feelings regarding whatever that is that happened, but just know it was meant to be that way. It happened as it should. Then at the bottom, the Hierophant. The Hierophant's a card of tradition. It's very conventional, very much so about conformity and expectations. And then that's on top of the 9 of Wands. I think the important message here is make sure that things are meeting your expectations. Again, we need to protect your energy. You need to only let in things that are serving you and good for you, Gemini. And that's just confirming it with the Hierophant here. Make sure things meet your expectations. If not, set boundaries and don't let those things in. Now let's move into our next column, which is what's going to happen through the end of February for you, so just general February. We have the card Fragments, so things might not be completely fluid or all in place. You could also be getting bits and pieces of information over the next few weeks, Gemini, but let's confirm and see what we've got going on. Okay. So again, we're in kind of a low spot. However, going through this transformation, it's going to be very positive, but let's read through these one at a time. We have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is very low feelings. You see this person is laying down flat. The sky is really dark and all the swords are stuck in them. Some of you could be feeling that you're kind of like at rock bottom. You're in a low place, Gemini. I'm getting that you're just getting fragments of information though, bits and pieces of what you need to move away from this point. We have the Death card next. The Death card doesn't actually mean death. It indicates a big change. It's an ending to something. It's time to move on. You see the sun shining through in the back there. Very bright future for you coming through this change, this transformation. Whatever has got you feeling like this, Gemini, this Ten of Swords type feeling, it's time to put an end to it. It's time to move on from it with this transformation. And then at the bottom we have the Six of Wands, which is great to see. This indicates victory. You might feel like you're losing right now, Gemini, but in reality you've actually won the battle. It could also be just a card of good news and success. I do think that this is confirmation that this transformation that you're going through, putting an end to whatever this is the right thing to do, and there will be some happiness on that other side for you. Let's clarify and see what information we get here. We have the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of having to make a choice, having multiple choices. It's multitasking. It's a lot going on. I do think that a lot of you are going to have to make a choice to go away from this Ten of Swords feeling. Again, that change coming with the transformation card. But in general, there's just been a lot going on, Gemini. A lot going on for sure. The next card that we have is the Hangman. The Hangman is very stagnant. This person is literally hanging there by their foot. You're almost like stuck. You can't move forward because there's something missing. This is saying stop trying to work with whatever situation you have and make the change. You have to move on. You have to get out of this position where you're just hanging there by your foot with the Ten of Swords. At the bottom we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the card of like Prince or Princess Charming. It's very romantic. It's very proposal-like. This could be a person, Gemini, but more importantly, I think this is your future. It is like the most beautiful, charming thing you can imagine. It is like everything you want in life is coming to you if we move forward from this point that we're at. It's just confirming that success and that moving away from this is the right thing for you. Now let's take a look at money specifically in our next column. So this could be your job, career, finances, the businesses you run, investments you have, really anything related to money. Let's see what kind of information comes in the money column. So we have the Justice card first. The Justice card is kind of like a cause and effect win-win solution type scenario. What I'm getting pertains more to the cause and effect piece. Like you've been working really hard and you're not sure if people have been seeing how hard you're working. And if they haven't yet, Gemini, it's coming for you. So all the work that you're doing, whether it's in your job or the business you run or with your investment, it's going to be paying off. So stick with it. Again, it's cause and effect, and the cause is all the hard work you've been putting in and the effect is going to be you reaping the reward. We have side-by-side hangmans here. So again, things have been feeling stagnant for you. I think this is just a matter of like you've been chipping away at things and you haven't seen the reward yet, Gemini, but it's coming. And then at the bottom we have the Nine of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a good card. It's wishes coming true. It's a card of material abundance and good health. Love to see it because it is a money card in the money column, so this is a good sign for you, Gemini. But it's also saying you can have whatever you want when it comes to money, career, finances, all of those things. Everything is obtainable for you here. Let's clarify this column and see what other messages we get here. The first card we have is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a new project, new inspiration to create. All of your hard work could be leading you to a bigger and better project or a better paying project is also a message that's coming through. There's going to be something new for you. Anytime we have an ace card, it is a card of newness. I don't know if that will be so much new job, but new responsibilities, new project, something that's going to make people realize even more how hard you've been working. You could be like branching out another line of your business as well. That could be that new path. The next card we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is about trusting your intuition. So we have the Sun here and the Sun here. Again, things have been stagnant, but you need to trust the process here, Gemini. Trust that the hard work that you're putting in will pay off for you. Kind of keep your head high there and keep pushing forward. And then at the bottom we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about waiting for results. Makes sense because you had the Hanged Man card there. We were definitely feeling that waiting piece. But if you look at this card here, you're holding the world and you literally have the world in your hand. Anything you want, you can have. And you have two cards telling you that. You literally have the world in your palm and the Nine of Cups telling you whatever you want, you can have. So overall, looking good for money, especially with that abundance card there at the bottom, Nine of Cups. Now let's move into our next column, which is love. So this could be love, relationships, family, friends, children, anything connected to love. The first card we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card, Gemini, is always favorable to you. This is a decision being made in your favor. The Judgment card is also a card of clarity and living into your life's purpose. What I'm getting from this, though, is like you're clear on what you want in love, and you'll be able to get it no problem. If you don't have it now, you will. Again, this is knowing what you want in life and being able to obtain it. You're very clear on what you want at this point. The next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a great card. It's a card of luxury, self-sufficiency. It is a financial card, financial gain card. So I think there could be more money coming in for you or your spouse or somebody in your family. This is also a card of solo pleasures, though. I know that sounds weird, but that's how it's defined. And with solo pleasures, it means that you are enjoying things on your own. And this is whether you're in a relationship or not. Make sure you're enjoying some time to yourself. Then at the bottom, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of expansion. So for those of you hoping to expand your family, this is a really great sign. This is also a card of travel. So some of you could be traveling with your significant other coming up as well. Let's clarify this row and see what messages we have. We have the Empress. The Empress is again a card of pregnancy and fertility, so if that's what you are hoping for, I do think there's a good chance that will happen for you here in the near future. The Empress card is also a card of creation, though, and abundance. It's about getting what you want. Again, I feel like you're clear on what you want now, Gemini, with this clarity card, that you can make a final decision and move forward with what you want in life. You can create whatever you want with the Empress. The next card we have is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is like a card of anxiety, grief, worry, depression. It's nightmares. Like something is bothering this person to the point where they're actually sitting up in bed worrying about something. Some of you that are in a relationship may be feeling overwhelmed with the relationship, and that's going back to that Knight of Pentacles, is taking time for yourself and enjoying things. Some of you could be worried about getting pregnant as well. I can see some of you kind of grieving and having anxiety and depression and worry around that as well. Again, lots of fertility cards coming up here. So whatever you're worrying about on the love front, Gemini, I wouldn't, because this is looking really positive all around. At the bottom, we have the Ten of Cups, which is my favorite card in the entire deck. Those of you that watch my readings know that. I say that a lot. The Ten of Cups is like the card of everything. We have a rainbow with all the cups full. We have a happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, water is running, there's a house in the background. It's genuinely the card of everything. It's a card of total love, total support, total contentment. It's a card of family. Again, for those of you wanting to expand your family, we have 2 family cards on top of each other, as well as the Empress in the mix of things. So a good time for fertility. But if a relationship is what you're seeking also, this is a great sign. And if you're in a relationship, this is kind of indicating you have a really healthy relationship that's offering a lot of those things you want. Again, it's that card of everything, if you will. Now let's move into our 5th and final column, which is going to be a message from your future self or spirit guide. We have the card Friction. So friction can mean that things aren't quite going the way you want it to, like there's friction in a certain area of your life. But it also means that things are moving and heating up. So we have the motion card. So I'm not surprised to see the friction card just because movement leads to friction also, if that makes sense. It's actually typically a good indicator that things are moving. So this is a message from our future self or spirit guide, so something to carry into the end of February with you. The first card that we have is the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of envy, materialism, obsession. It's giving too much energy to any one thing. So again, there were a few sprinkles of things that you might be like overthinking or caught up on, Gemini, so try not to do that to yourself. This seems to be overthinking. Not sure if you're an overthinker, I for sure am. So make sure you're not getting caught up in those obsessive mindset or thoughts. We have the Ten of Cups again, my favorite card in the entire deck again. Again, it's the card of everything. Total love, total support, contentment. There's the family, the house. So very good things coming for you. And on the bottom here, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a good card to serve as a reminder that this is self-imposed restriction. So you're bound down, your eyes are blindfolded, but all these swords are stuck into the ground. You can very easily kind of wiggle back and cut yourself free. So it's basically telling you your mind is the only thing that's limiting you. And especially with the Devil card, it's like we're in this phase of overthinking, but the only thing stopping you from getting this everything you want is yourself and your thoughts. So keep that in mind, Gemini, and act accordingly. Let's clarify this column though and see what other messages I can give you. We have the Queen of Cups. This is a card of nurturing, healing, being supported. It is also, if you look at this cup, it's not really a cup, it's more like a trophy. And this trophy is you. Like you are the trophy, Gemini. So you need to make sure that you realize that. With the Devil card, we get obsessed or really get focused on things that we shouldn't be focused on. Like maybe you're envious of the way somebody else looks, but again, you are the trophy, so why are we envying how other people look? So this is a reminder that you are the trophy. The next card we have is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very strategic, very intentional, very long-term thinking. This is just confirmation that what you want in the grand scheme of life, you're going to have. The next card we have is the card Temperance. This is a card of balance, harmony, patience, self-control. Self-control is going to be the important part here, and I don't usually associate the message self-control so much with the Temperance card, but it's on top of that Eight of Swords, which is really like you need to be in control of your thoughts and be focusing on the things that you want to have, Gemini. You are in control of your thoughts, your future, all the things that you want, so make sure you're on that. At this point in time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of those questions really quick. But for question number 1, we have the Queen of Clubs. This is number 40 card. This is a card that's going to be yes. Question number 2 is the 7 of Clubs. This is the number 20 card. That is also a yes. And for question number 3, we have the 4 of Spades. This is also a yes. So yes, yes, yes for you, Gemini. For those of you that watched your earlier February video, we did pull a card from the Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal for you to carry through the month. We had heliotrope. This is good for protection. It fends off spiritual and emotional assaults, and it helps you set really clear boundaries. We did talk about boundaries a couple times during this reading today. And then we have our healing notes deck. We're going to give you a healing note. Your note says, at the end of the day, all you need is hope and strength. Hope that it will get better and strength to hold on until it does. Thank you so much, Gemini, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, if you subscribe, you'll be notified when I post additional videos, and I usually post a couple Gemini videos a month. Also, subscriptions help me greatly. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box also if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you, Gemini, and have a fabulous rest of your February.